everyone, welcome. How are you guys? So nice to see you. I am so glad you're here. Oh, it's a beautiful wintry. Did you see the snowflakes the other day falling from the sky? Ooh, I think winter's coming. We've been talking about winter and the animals that hibernate. What else happens in the winter, I wonder? I wonder where, I was thinking, I wonder where turtles go in the winter. Do you think they stay out? They move so slowly, crawling, and they have those hard shells. And they have kind of their own house. I don't know, but I don't know if they like that snow piling up on the top of their hard shells. That's something to think about. I wonder where turtles go. Makes me think of a story, and I'll share that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and sing our welcome song. Ready? Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some. Oh, I have a frog in my throat. Excuse me. Let's try that again. Can I start over? Did you ever get a scratchy throat? Yeah. And I just have to, it's especially when you talk or sing. Okay, let's try it again. Should we? Ready? Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some fun. First we'll clap our hands like so. Then we'll bend and touch our toes. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some fun. Yay. I want to talk about the letter we're learning about this week. It's one of my favorites. It's the letter K. And the letter K, if you look at the letter K, it is fun to make because it's a line down, and then you just put the line down, and then you come into the other line. So it's kind of like a V. So it's really 3 lines. 1, and then you come over here, 2, 3. Very easy to make. And the sound of the letter K is fun to make too. So Kaya, kangaroo. If you look, watch, a kangaroo likes to box. They box their arms and they kick their feet. So try that. You go, yeah. The letter K, Kaya, kangaroo, makes the sound of the letter K by punching and boxing and kicking. Try it again. Kangaroo or KO, Kaya, kite. What about this one we learned about? J. Jerry, Jerry, jellyfish goes through the water, pushing all of his tentacles. I think they're called tentacles. I'm not sure. Jellyfish move with, I'm going to have to research that. J, j, j. And then we have any inchworm, the letter I. I is so easy to make. It's just a line and a dot above it. Or if it's an uppercase, it's a line and then a line across and a line across the bottom. Any inchworm likes to make that sound. Can you do it with me? Eh, eh, eh. You know this one, the first letter of the alphabet. A, nice. Alligator goes, ah, ah, ah. And then we have the letter B sound. What's that? Can you make it by yourself? The letter B. I'll do it with you. B, b, b. The letter C. Katina Cat goes k, 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 cleaning her paws, licking her paws. And cat. D, d, dog. Deer. D. D sound is D deer. Oh, has those little ears and goes d, d, d. Ellie elephant has a big trunk and moves her trunk back and forth and goes eh. Elephant, eh. Ellie. Egg, eh. And I bet you know this one. F. Francie fish goes swimming. Ready? F. G. Gordy gorilla peels his banana and goes g, g, g. Gorilla, g, g, go. And honey horse. He gallops around. Can you guys make the movement of a horse? Moves, jumping, galloping. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, those are so fun to learn all of the letters of the alphabet. You guys are getting so smart. Practice those letters. And are you practicing writing your name, Charlie? He loves name writing. Well, like I said, I was wondering about turtles. And this is a story. It's called Ridiculous. And you guys can help me read it by when I hold this sign up. This sign says ridiculous. And you can help me because I think there might be something ridiculous about a turtle out in the winter. Michael Coleman wrote this book and illustrated, which means the drawing the pictures. Gwyneth Williamson drew the pictures. So 2 people it took to make this book. Right. Ooh, and there's snow falling at the front of it. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so beautiful. Love to see snow falling. Maybe we'll get some snow soon. Never know. Winter's coming. Ho hum, yawned Mr. Tortoise. Winter is here. So it is, yawned Mrs. Tortoise. Come on, Shelley, time for bed. So they do go to sleep in the winter like other animals. But I don't feel sleepy yet, said Shelley. Oh, ready? Ridiculous, cried Mr. Tortoise. All tortoises go to sleep for the winter. Why? Asked Shelley. Because it's cold outside and there's no food. But I don't want to go to sleep, said Shelley. I want to see what winter is like. Oh, ridiculous, cried Mr. and Mrs. Tortoise together. Who ever heard of a tortoise outside in the winter? Soon, Mr. Tortoise began to snore. Not long after that, Mrs. Tortoise began to snore. Not long after that, Shelley left her warm bed of leaves, and out she went through a hole in the shed to see what winter was like. Outside the shed, Shelley blinked. There was snow and ice everywhere, even on the duck pond and on the hill. As she lumbered along, a duck spotted her. A tortoise out in the winter? Quacked the duck. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, said Shelley. Oh, no? Then let's see you break through the ice to get food like I can. Ha, ha, quack, quack, ha. He's right, thought Shelley. I can't do that. I don't have a beak. As Shelley began to walk up the hill, she met a dog. A tortoise out in the winter? Barked the dog. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, said Shelley, feeling a little cross. Oh, no? Then let's see you keep warm by running around like I can. Ha, ha, woof, woof, ha, ha. He's right, thought Shelley sadly. I can't do that either. The dog ran off after a cat, but the cat climbed up a tree. She looked down at Shelley. A tortoise out in the winter? Meowed the cat. Ridiculous! Oh, no, it isn't, said Shelley even more crossly. Oh, no. Then let's see you run into a nice warm house as quickly as I can. Ha ha, meow, ha ha. Uh-oh. These animals are not being very kind to Shelley, and she's wanting to stay out. Oh, she's right, thought Shelley, shivering with cold. I can't run like a dog or a cat. I'm just too slow. The cat raced off into her house before the dog could catch her, and Shelley trudged toward the top of the hill, where she met a bird. A tortoise out in the winter? Chirped the bird. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, snapped Shelley. Oh, no? Then let's see you fly home and cuddle up with your family like I can. Ha ha, cheep, 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 ha ha. Of course I can't fly, thought Shelley. I can't even hop. Shelley's not having such a great time, is she, friends? I don't know if winter's good for her. Shelley felt cold and miserable. She remembered her warm, cozy bed, and a tear trickled down her cheek. They're all right, she thought. A tortoise out in the winter is ridiculous. She was so sad she didn't notice the big patch of ice ahead, and she slipped on it. Shelley fell over backward and began to slide down the hill. Faster and faster she went. Uh-oh, this is not good. Faster than a dog could run, faster than a cat, until suddenly she hit a bump and flew into the air like a bird. Whee! With a thump, Shelley landed on the icy duck pond and slid toward the hole in the shed. But it was all covered up with ice. Ha! Quack! Ha! What did I say? Cried the duck as she slid by him. Where's your beak to break the ice with? I don't have a beak, thought Shelley. But I do have. What do you think it is, friends? What does Shelley have that's hard? Yeah, a shell. And tucking her head inside it, she broke through the ice into the shed and home. She was home again. Hearing all the noise, Mrs. Tortoise woke up. You haven't been outside, have you, Shelley? She asked. A tortoise out in the winter, said Shelley, snuggling into her bed. And before she could say, ridiculous, she was fast asleep. Well, that is a fun story. So what did we learn about turtles out in the winter? That is, help me out, ridiculous. Yeah, it wasn't, she couldn't run like the dogs or go get warm, or she couldn't be like the birds and fly. Yeah, I think it's best Shelley stays in like the other animals until this freezing cold weather is done, because that way they will stay safe and warm. That is a great idea. Well, I have a song about a turtle, and I want to teach you guys. And you might know this from before, we've been together before, or you might have heard this song. It's about a turtle, and he lives in a box. Okay, so this is your box. And he swims in a puddle, and he climbs on the rocks, and he snaps at some animal, or at some, he snaps at a flea, and he snaps at a minnow, and then he's gonna snap at me. So we'll sing that. Ready? So we're snapping, we're climbing, and we're swimming. Here's our box. Ready? I had a little turtle, and he lived in a box. He swam in a puddle, and he climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito, and he snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito, and he caught the flea. He caught the mosquito, but he didn't catch me. Should we try that again? I had a little turtle, and he lived in a box. He swam in a puddle, and he climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito, and he snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito. He caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. Very fun. Oh, friends, I want to show you something. You guys could do this very thing at home. It's an activity. I think I'm going to use some black paper. So here's some black paper. And I'm going to have some chalk. If you can see, I'm going to just tilt this down a little bit. Maybe we'll use my table. I have some paints, my work table. Okay, so here's my chalk. I have like yellow. Ooh, here's a blue color. Any color you want. You can even use white if you want. If you just have white, it's really fun. But I have my black paper. And so what you can do with this, I have some water. Here's my water. And I'm going to dip my chalk in the water and just wait patiently. Just kind of wait. Let it get nice and soaked. Okay, are you ready? Now you pull it out of the water, and you can write, let's see, I think maybe I'll make a flower with my purple chalk. And if it dries, you can go ahead and wet it again, because the more wet, it works better. Okay, do you see it starting to dry and some of it's wet? I'll blow on it, watch. It dries up, but it's so fun when you draw on it. Let's try how about orange, an orange flower. So we're gonna wait. You can get colored chalk maybe at the dollar store, or you might have some at home, but you want to ask an adult if you can get it wet. This is always ask an adult first, right? Because we don't just do things that we might not be able to do. So here we have our flower, our wet chalk, and I'm going to make a flower with my wet chalk. You see it drying? Yeah, it's just fun. But you can do it with all different colors. You can make designs as you want. I'm going to make some grass along the bottom of my flowers. There we have some grass growing and beautiful flowers. Maybe I'll give this to my friend. Yeah, that's a fun thing. Maybe you can make them a chalk art present. Maybe your mom or your dad or maybe your sister, brother. I bet they would like that. But don't forget. Uh-oh, I forgot to put my name on it. Oh, we always put our name on our artwork because if we don't, no one knows who made it. So I'm going to write Mrs. Hanson on the top of my paper so that people know who made it. Yeah, you always want to sign your artwork. All right. Well, I am so glad you came, and that is all we have for today. But until we meet again, I just hope that all of you are having a beautiful day and you're listening with listening ears and following directions and being kind. Most importantly, we're always kind to our friends. Who else could we be kind to? Oh, I know. Your brothers and your sisters. And you could be kind to your mom and dad. What could you do kind? Something kind. Think of something kind that you could do. It is always important to be helpful and kind, be a good listener. Oh, patient. Sometimes it's hard to wait. You want it right now. Maybe you could work on that. Work on your patience because it takes a long time to wait for something. Okay, well, I'm very glad you came today, and let's sing our song. I'm very glad you came today. I'm very glad you came. I'm very glad you came today. I'm very glad you came. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came. Glad you came. Glad you came. Very glad you came today. I'm very glad you came. Okay, well, thank you for coming, you guys, and I love you so much. And you take care, okay? Take care of the others around you. Bye-bye.